You like it long and straight?
Yeah.
Okay. I really like these hoodies.
Really
I see why it's like all the rage with you kids.
Yeah, because they're warm and cozy and they got the pocket.
I know. I'm never going to dry it, though.
Oh, so because then it won't be fuzzy.
It won't be fuzzy.
Oh.
It's doing the focus thing. There. Okay. You just don't move.
You put it on my chin.
That's okay. So this is my manifestor daughter, Noelle.
Yeah. Hi.
She's a 4/6 manifestor like I am. And how old are you?
I'm 15. Right?
15. And I was making that other video about raising a manifestor child.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered, as soon as I hit stop, this really funny story that I wanted to tell you about.
Mm-hmm.
As a young mom, Noelle was my first, and I have 4 kids.
Yep.
And they're all like stair step. So her and the 4th are only 5 years apart. And so I was like up to my ears in kids, and I'm a projector mom, and I have no tribal activations at all. And so I'm not even like really here to raise the tribe, but whatever. So anyway, Noelle was like demonstrating all these leadership skills, right? That's like what we're supposed to call it these days. Instead of being bossy, it's leadership skills. And I'm like, damn it, I've had it. Fine. You want to be mom for the day? Then you be mom for the day.
No, I like got in trouble and it was like a punishment for me or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Fine. I get to order everyone around. It was great.
It actually was great.
It was.
I was like so surprised. She was like 5 or 6 years old. Well, it must have been 6 because Michael was walking.
Yeah.
So probably 6 years old. And so anyway, I asked her, hey, would you come on camera and talk a little bit about that experience?
Yeah.
So from my standpoint, it was a punishment, and I was like, okay, now she's going to see how hard this is, and she's going to back the hell off and, give me some slack. Because here I am, a projector mom, like, trying to be, like, a tribal generator. And, so then she comes and she does it.
Yeah.
So, what do you remember from that experience?
I remember, I don't know if I made breakfast.
Yes.
I might have made breakfast.
You did everything.
I probably did. I remember when I was younger, I would
She's also cross of planning, by the way.
I would get up and I would make eggs in the morning.
No, this one day.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
talk about this one time.
So, I was making, like, I had already known how to make it, so I don't know if I made breakfast or not. But I remember I had to take a shower. So, I was like, okay. And so I got the bathrobe on. And I don't know if I ever ended up taking one that day. But I grabbed Michael and I went outside because I was like, okay, well, let's go for a walk.
And who's Michael?
Oh, he's the youngest.
The baby.
The blonde and adorable child. And so I took him outside and I was walking on the street up the road. And I guess this looks suspicious because I was in a bathrobe or something. And this police car, there were like never police cars on our street, but for one random time, this police car came up and he turned on the sirens and he like slowed towards us and something happened and I was like, oh, it's fine, I'm just taking him for a walk. And Mom's like, oh crap. And she like waves out the front door of our house. It's fine, they're with us, it's fine.
Child endangerment. Oh my god.
And the police is like, okay, and he just keeps on going, and I was like, alright. And there was this little drain. We lived on a hill, like, at the top of the hill, and so there's this drain at the bottom between me and my neighbor's house, and it was scary, because I always thought I was gonna fall down it, like, slide down in the drain and get stuck and die. Like, I didn't know about it or anything, so I wasn't scared of clowns, but I was like, I'm gonna fall down there and never be able to get out of this hole, and nobody will be able to come rescue me. And so I walked Michael up to there, and then I turned around, came back up, and that's all I remember. Really, it was I know I got to boss people around and they all hated me for it, but it was fun.
They didn't hate you for it.
Oh, I don't know. I thought they were whiny about it because anytime I like am the mom now or the babysitter, they're like, you can't tell me what to do. And Hope's favorite phrase is "make me," and it's irritating because I'm like, I'm the only one here, and I'm just.
Yeah, Hope's the fighter.
Yeah.
So do you remember that experience being particularly freeing for you? Because it was the first time I really like gave you independence.
I guess so. I remember it being fun. I was like, yay, cool.
Yeah, and I remember my jaw dropping and being like, geez, this is like so easy for her.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do it more often. I don't think I really did.
No, you never did.
No, because I was like chagrined. Oh crap. That backfired.
Yeah. I remember you being particularly like, oh, that backfired.
It was definitely not a punishment. That's
No.
for sure.
You were like, kind of just like, what, the whole time? And I was like, oh yeah, just go do this, Mom. Go away. Bye.
I seem to remember you standing at the stove, like, cooking, while, like, you were holding Michael on your hip or something.
Probably. I always hold him like that, even now. Like, whenever I pick him up, I hold him on my hip, because that's how, like, you do it with little toddlers and stuff.
And she, like, totally got things done, and I wasn't even, like, I didn't help her.
Yeah.
I, like, sat back.
Pretty much.
And just, like, directed.
Yeah.
And
was
so,
like, okay,
anyway,
guys, go clean your room.
she took care of her 3 siblings for the day.
Yeah.
Like, the first half of the day.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think you eventually told me to stop. Like, maybe midday or something. I don't know. But I don't remember,
Why
like,
would
the
I do that?
nighttime. I don't remember being
Yeah, I don't
really-
think it was. Like, after Dad got home, it was
Yeah.
game over.
Yeah, that sounds right. Wait, I think we went outside and played. Maybe. I don't know. I was like 6 or 7, so I don't remember it very well. All I remember is the bathroom scene.
So we haven't rehearsed this. I'm going to ask her some more questions.
Okay. Oh no.
So I put her in a manifestor Facebook group.
Yeah.
A friend of mine runs. A manifestor friend of mine runs it. And so I put her in it because I knew she'd be safe there with my friend, Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Has that benefited you to... I mean, from an early age, she was... Well, you're
Yeah.
15 now. She was probably 13
When what?
when I put you in.
Oh. Oh yeah, because I had just gotten Facebook.
Yeah, so has that
Uh,
benefited you at all?
Yeah, because I've, like, seen some of the memes that they post. I mean, I'm not, like, super active in the group. I was, and now I'm less, but some of the, like, the anger memes and stuff like that they post, I'm like, oh, that's totally me. But, like, when they're like, I'm a 3-5 manifestor or whatever, here's blah, 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 I'm like, I have no clue what you're saying at all. So I don't do that. And I posted my chart once because it was like the only post that I made on the group. But I posted it in the comments and someone was like, holy crap, you have like your chart is like super badass. And I was like, okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. And I've tried finding the comment and I can't find it anywhere. Because I've like searched in the group, but...
Yeah, she has a lot of individual activations, so...
Yeah.
She's also single definition.
And apparently I love friends a lot.
Oh, yeah, but her, like... Her red side over there on her sun, or her earth, I think it's her sun, is, like, friendship. I forgot what the gate is.
I don't know,
the
I have like 3 gates of friendship or something,
Yeah.
is what you said.
So...
I don't know what that means, really.
What's the best thing as a parent I've done to allow you to be who you are? Is there anything?
I don't know.
Or is there anything you appreciate?
Writing group.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I really like that and all the friends that we have there.
Do you want to tell them about writing group?
Yeah, it's
Speak up a little.
Do they know?
They don't know anything.
No, do they know where we live? Or should I just
Say St. Louis.
Oh, okay. It's the St. Louis Shut Up and Write group, and the leader of that is Sabine McDowell.
Well,
Okay, well, whatever. I love Sabina. She's great.
details.
Yeah. And she runs it and stuff, and we have the sign that says Shut Up and Write. And so before all this shiz happened, we would go to writing group
With COVID.
every Tuesday, and we'd chat for like 15 minutes, and around like 7:15, that's when everyone said, okay, we gotta stop talking and we gotta write. And so if anyone would talk past that time, we'd like hold up the sign to their face because it said Shut Up and Write, and it was called Getting Signed. And I remember I did it to Chad once, and it was very fun.
Is the group mixed ages, or is it?
I'm the youngest one in the group.
Yeah.
I'm like the only one under 25.
Yes. So I invited her to an adult-only group,
Yeah.
basically, to come in to write with us.
Yeah, and they all love me, so it's great.
And they do. They love her, and they, like, treat her like
Yeah.
she's one of them.
Uh-huh.
And we go to, like, the bar.
Yeah.
Sometimes afterward, and
Before it got closed, which was really
people
sad.
are like, should I, like, watch my mouth? And I'm like, no. She's really fine. Like,
yeah.
she's the oldest young person I know.
Yeah.
So you enjoyed being with
Yeah.
grown-ups.
Yeah. I prefer grown-ups over kids, usually. Or I guess I have more older friends than I do kids my age, because when I was a freshman last year at my school, I was friends with a bunch of upperclassmen. I didn't have, like, any friends in my grade. I had, like, 2. And that was probably it.
And going back to the anger thing, so as a manifestor, the not self sign, like the flag that is waving when you're not in alignment, is anger.
Yeah.
And I never see Noelle angry. Like,
Oh.
and when she does get angry, she actually, like, in terms of her personality, she's emotional.
Yeah.
She's emotionally defined, but like, there's no, like, explosions of anger. She keeps it real, it's like a simmering type of thing, but I rarely see you angry.
That's because you're not Dad.
Okay. Do I give you more freedom than Dad does?
Yeah, I guess. Dad...
Or independence, not freedom. Independence.
Well, I'd say both, because Dad's very restrictive. Like, he always wants us to go to church when it's his weekends, which I'm fine with church because I'm Christian and whatever, but I don't like feeling like I have to go to church.
And she has a defined will, so
Yeah.
she can muscle it up.
When we lived in Rolla, our church was great there, and I loved everyone there, and it felt like a big family, so I didn't mind going to church. But here, at this one, I don't trust anyone really at the church, and I'm not friends with any of the adults or any of the kids really. I'm kind of just a loner, and I avoid everyone because I don't trust people. So I feel...
Strangers are not for her.
Yeah, so I don't like going to church here, and Dad can be restricted with other things. Like, he's very set in his opinions, so, like, if you have a different opinion than him, he will argue it with you, and it might start off friendly at first, but eventually somewhere along the line it gets violent. Not physically violent, obviously, but...
And the other kids will let it go, but you can't.
Yeah,
let
I
it go.
can. And especially if Dad's, like, yelling at them, I pick up on emotions very easily. Sometimes I don't know what to do with those emotions, but, like, if something is wrong, like, really wrong, sometimes I'll start to cry. Even if the parent isn't even yelling at me, I'll just pick up on it, and I try to fight the tears, because But that's whenever you know something's really wrong. When I just start randomly crying. And when Dad is, like, particularly belittling one of my siblings, I might not even be a part of the fight. It might have nothing to do with me. But I always feel like I have to go in and protect them. Because Dad doesn't pick up on their emotions. And, like, even if they're crying, he really doesn't, like, see it. Or he might see it, but he just doesn't act upon it. So I always have to intervene, and I usually take it all for them so they can not have torn up little souls. So
I wonder if that's the open identity, because everybody else in the family
is not like me,
except for us two, I think, have a defined identity center, because she's emotionally defined. So I'm not sure where that empathicness of emotion is coming, but anyway, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
And it's been a journey for sure, and I wish I could have given you independence a lot earlier.
Yeah. I'd say a big help is definitely that I have my own room here, because I've told Dad when he was looking for houses, we went to Home Depot because one of the houses he was looking at only had 2 bedrooms, and it was like a big house and it had a lot of property. So what he was thinking was he was gonna buy like one of those sheds from Home Depot, and he was gonna convert that into our bedrooms. He was gonna run electricity out there, obviously it'd have insulation and some fans and stuff, but he wanted to get the 2-story ones, or the loft, I guess is what it's called. And he was going to convert the loft into like the bed space, and the bottom was going to be like the office, and you could have whatever in there. And I was like, that would be so cool, because I could lock my door, because I'd be outside and it'd be like my own little space. And I really wanted the loft to be like one giant bed.
And she's 15.
Yeah. I have interior designer by heart.
Well, she's external vision.
Yeah. And so we didn't end up getting that house, and I was like, oh, that's sad. Because I think what I really need is like my own little shed in the backyard with my own Wi-Fi so nobody can get on it and disrupt it. And it's like my own little personalized area, because I've noticed that I really can't do, especially now with like everyone being locked inside more, I can't do homework whenever
people are around.
Yeah. Like, I have to be in my own room with my own walls surrounding me and like my door closed before I can like really focus. But it's only homework. Like, it's not writing. Like, writing I can be around anyone, but not with homework.
So, behind the scenes, I totally nixed that house.
Oh.
Because she's 15. And I know what I was doing when I was 15.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
She doesn't do that, but
No.
she has siblings. She has a sibling who very much will do that. And,
Yeah, maybe.
there's no maybe about it. Oh my
He's
God.
like, how big are
No, I'm not
these?
talking about him.
Wait.
Yeah, because when you move out, then, you know, the other kids will go out there and have your space and...
The girl?
Yes!
What?
Oh my God, yes!
What?
We have a 3-5
I didn't even,
manifesting generator who's coming up.
I didn't
And,
even think about that. I was like...
yes, well, I did.
Oh,
Anyway. Yeah, there's... Anyway. I'm just...
Oh, well.
We're hoping that she graduates.
I don't know if she'd graduate anyway, because the school system, like, doesn't accommodate her whatsoever, so...
No, I'm just hoping she graduates without a child.
Yeah, I know. Well, she wants to be a mom anyway.
Oh my God.
She's like, I'm gonna have 7 kids, and I know all of their names, and they're all gonna be girls, and I will have 1 boy, and it will be fine. And I'm like, okay.
Right now, she doesn't like how you get kids, but I know that that
Yeah.
is coming. So, anyway,
Yeah.
I want to circle around and do another thing.
Real quick, in the game of life that we play, there's the spot where you have to get married, and you all get money from the other people, so it's fine. But every time she gets married, she takes her husband out of the And it's just this little blue peg, and she runs over it.
Oh my god!
She runs.
Jesus. I might have gone overboard a little bit on
She runs over it.
feminism.
And she sticks him underneath the car. And she keeps him under there the whole day. And all of her kids are in the car with her, but the husband's just under there. It's great. It's so funny.
It'd be interesting if she married a manifestor husband. That would be.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't really know her orientation right now, but that's always flexible.
Yeah.
The other question was, I remember a time when you came home and we first started talking about human design, and we talked about your closed and repelling aura,
Oh yeah.
and you shared that experience of walking down the hall at school.
Yeah. At the middle school in this district that I'm in now, their school colors are yellow and black. I just have to say, that's throw up colors. Why would you do that?
Celebration.
So I walk down the hall and I noticed that you got traffic going both ways, and of course everyone walks really slow, which is the dumbest thing ever because our walking minute is 4 in between classes. So they're all walking really close and they're walking this way and I'm walking that way. And I always notice that there's just this little bubble of space around me. No one ever walks really close to me except for when you have lockers on both sides of the hallway, and so it's really tiny. That's the only time. But when there's a big open space, people typically aren't within that little circle of me. And I've noticed it a few other times in school, during gym class or whatever. But I haven't noticed it as much recently, probably because I haven't been in school.
Right.
But even when I was in school for those 4 weeks, I don't know if... Well, I haven't really been looking for it, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
So that's interesting because as a projector, when I walk down halls, I'm dodging people because they're running right into me. It's I'm not even there sometimes. So, it's interesting how for you to have awareness.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to tell manifestor children who are like you?
Independence is fine, and telling your parent they're wrong is fine, because parents are not always right, because parents can learn from kids.
It's true.
Seriously, who was it? I don't know who it was, but some famous person said, I learn something new from my kid every day. And I'm that's so true. Because parents don't know everything. And sometimes kids know more about things than parents do, even though the parents are no, you don't. I've got 50 years on you. I know everything. That's not always true. It's not. And having no friends is fine. Even if you're lonely all the time. And sad.
So if you have a manifestor child, strap in and be ready to let them be who they are.
Yeah.
Way before all the parenting books tell you it's okay for them to have
personality,
independence, and personality.
Don't try to force them to do anything. Choices are great, and if they don't like any of the choices, then just, I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I give you the option to stay home a lot, right?
Yeah.
Or to not go, or to do something else.
Yeah. Dad doesn't do that. He's okay, I'm going to Deerberg's, who's coming with me. I mean, that type of choice isn't fine. You always have to include, an opt-out, I guess. Because for me, I need a lot of alone time and a lot of space. Because I'm an introvert as well, so my battery needs to recharge. And if they're not feeling up for it, then you just gotta kind of let them be so they can recharge. And
I wonder if you have gate 14, which is the don't make me do things I don't want to do.
probably.
Yeah, it sounds like I need to check your chart. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Noelle, for being on here.